it's Jackie, and for today's tutorial, I've teamed up with Revlon to show you my take on a classic 50s look. I love winged liner and a bold red lip, and I find I photograph best when I'm wearing simple, feminine makeup, so this is perfect for prom, any formal event, or if you just like to look a little more retro. And I love Revlon's PHOTOREADY finish line. It makes the skin look flawless in photos, so I thought I would share with you guys some of my favorite selfie tips and just how I take my photos for Instagram, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and let's get started with the makeup. For a smooth base, start by applying Revlon PHOTOREADY Perfecting Primer all over the T-zone area to fill in the pores and create a smooth base. Now that we are primed, it's time for Revlon PHOTOREADY Airbrush Effect Foundation. Using stippling motions, make sure to blend past your jawline for a natural look, and around the crevices of my face like under the eyes and around my nose, blend out with your finger to warm up the product. I like to start with a more sheer coverage because we are going to go in and highlight with a concealer and set with powder, and we don't want to build more coverage than we need. To highlight, I'm using Revlon PHOTOREADY Concealer. This one is one of my all-time favorite concealers, and you want to pick a shade about 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone to highlight, and apply in a V shape under the eyes, up the cheekbones, on your chin, jawline, as well as forehead and down the nose. For blemishes, I would recommend going with a shade that matches your skin tone. Before powder, pop on an Insta blush. I love the shade Candy Kiss, and I'm rubbing the stick onto the rounded end of my sponge, and then I'm stippling onto the foundation up my cheekbones for a pretty pop of color. I love to use the actual stick if I'm not wearing a lot of face makeup for a natural blended into the skin look, but when I have a foundation base, using a sponge is perfect. Revlon also has a cream highlight. This one is the Revlon PHOTOREADY Insta-Fix highlighting stick in pink light. So I'm adding this again to my cheekbones, nose, chin, and inner corner of the eyes for a pop of light. Now to set the face, I'm taking Revlon's PHOTOREADY powder in fair light on a sponge, and then I'm going to apply this directly onto the highlighted areas. I find this powder does wonders when you're taking photos. You should be able to see how it's mattifying the skin and it looks flawless. Let's set this makeup so there isn't any creasing, and then also with the PHOTOREADY powder, I'm just gently brushing over the rest of my skin with a brush. This isn't a super contoured look, but to help define the face, I'm going in with a really light hand using the powder blush Naughty Nude, and I'm adding a bit more color to the face and then lightly contouring with Revlon Bronzilla bronzer. I like to apply the bronzer to round out the tip of my nose, and I'm also adding a little bit under my bottom lip for a shadow. This little shadow will make the bottom lip appear fuller, and onto brows, we're going to keep them natural but defined. Instead of a super arched brow, which was popular in the 50s, I like to modernize the look with a bolder, straighter brow. To achieve this, I'm feathering in with Revlon COLORSTAY Brow Pencil. Mine's in medium brown, and I set the brows in place with the Revlon COLORSTAY Brow Crayon. You can just use one or the other. I think the crayon would be great for blondes if you just want to subtly deepen up the brow hairs and keep them in place. Comb out the brows, and now for simple shadows, I'm going to be using one palette. This is the PHOTOREADY Shadow and Sparkle in Rustic. I'm going to prime the lids with this neutral light shade to the lid and brow bone. Now with the lightest shimmer shade, also dust this onto the brow bone for an extra pop of highlight, also in the inner corner, and if you want a bolder highlight on your skin, you can apply this to the very top of the cheeks as well. With the coppery shade, dust this right above the center of the lid to catch the light and add a warm glow. This will help make any eye color pop. Coppery/gold shades really enhance any eye color. For liner, we're going to create a thin to thicker line with an upturned wing. I like to start in the center of the lid, and then using the COLORSTAY liquid liner, start to create the wing. For the wing, I'm taking it upwards and towards the edge of my brow, and then I'm connecting the lines together. If you're new to liquid liner, I would suggest to just do half a wing. So instead of connecting from the tear duct all the way to the wing, I would take it from the center of the lid and create the wing and just make sure it's blended into the lash line rather than all the way to the inner corner. So both look great and it's completely up to you. And make sure the lines are blended together by taking a black liner. I'm using Revlon COLORSTAY 2-in-1 Angled Kajal Liner. This angled applicator is so easy to tightline with, I love it. And then just apply your fave mascara. I love the Revlon Dramatic Definition, and I'm applying to my top and bottom lashes. Oops, and I forgot to mention that I also like to take some of that coppery shadow under the bottom lash line, again to make the eye color pop. I'm also taking these Revlon D20 Define Lashes and I've cut them in half and I'm popping on the outer corner for a flirty 50s vibe. Any outer corner lashes or just adding more mascara to the outer lashes will create more of an almond sexy cat eye shape. Finally, for lips, Revlon has the best lipsticks, and this new Revlon Super Lustrous Love Is On lipstick is really the perfect red for everyone, so make sure to keep your Cupid's bow sharper in a V, that's definitely more 50s, and I'm smoothing out the line with a brush, and Revlon has so many awesome reds. I'm a huge fan of their new Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. If you guys watch my live streams, I talk about these all the time, and this one I'm using here is Romance, and it's going to help sharpen up the lip line. And there is my completed 50s inspired look. Now on to how I got this quick faux bob. I've done several tutorials, so I'll have them linked in the eye as well as other vintage hairstyles. But first step is just curling the hair going outwards with a large curling wand. I did about 4 curls per side and then I pinned up the front 2 curls so that they would be tighter later on. Brush out the curls, and now you're going to take a large section and twist, again facing outwards, and then pull apart the twist so you have some volume at the ends of your hair, and then pin in half so you have half the length of your hair. I just did 2 large twists on either side so I didn't have to deal with too many bobby pins, and make sure to hide the bobby pins for sure and just adjust the back of the hair so it looks like it's naturally flowing over. Take down the front curls and brush out. Mine are layered so I can just kind of blend it into the faux bob, but if you have longer hair you can do the fold method. Tease out the bottom for more volume, and there is the completed easy bob look. And now that we are all 50s inspired and got photo ready makeup on, it's time for some selfies. So here are my favorite selfie tips. First, lighting. Look for balanced light, so when you're in selfie mode, there's no shadows against your face. For example, in the shade when it's sunny out, or diffused natural daylight by a window. Next, keep your phone horizontal, and I like to have my face a bit tilted for a selfie. If you put the lines on screen, try to have your face in the top right or top left slightly instead of dead in the center. The selfie arm I feel like has become the norm now. It used to be taboo, but now it's a thing. But instead of reaching right in front of you, bend the arm from the side. Now you can use the square crop tool and frame your image. Most of my pics on Instagram are actually taken with my filming camera, and my trick is a tripod and a selfie button. This thing saves my life, so now I can control when the photo goes off, and you can also get this for your phone too. And I love to play around with accessories and faces and just have fun for an Insta feed that isn't all the same angle or pose. If you have any selfie tips, let me know in the comments. For watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this 50s vintage glam inspired look, and if you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my beauty videos. Again, another thank you to Revlon for partnering with me for this video. I love to do throwback looks, and Revlon's been around for a long time, so they have amazing vintage ads. And I also got to go to New York with Revlon recently, and I got to meet their spokesmodel, Gwen Stefani, and it was so much fun. So if you want to see my time in New York, you can click the I and see my vlog style video. But anyways, again, I hope you enjoyed. You can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Everything is in the down bar, and I will see you in my next tutorial.